Greetings, lovelies. Hi, it's Emmy. Welcome back to another Whatcha Eating. Today I'll be eating this. And it's candy corn. I thought this was fun everywhere until I received some comments saying, what is candy corn? I've never heard of candy corn before. So I thought I'd taste some for you today. I found a few other weird flavors as well, so I'll be tasting those as well because, yeah, that's what I do. So this is made by the company Brock's, and this is the classic candy corn. It's made with real honey. And this is a giant bag of it. It is 22 ounces. 3 different colors. They are yellow, orange, and white. They're supposed to look like individual corn kernels. And it's a very familiar flavor. Very, very sickeningly sweet, but somehow just delicious too. Part of that might be nostalgia. Part of that just might be because they are good. They're very, very sweet. Like frosting, icing sweet. The flavor themselves is kind of vanilla, kind of honeyed. But what I love most about candy corn is the texture. They've got a little bit of a bite when you bite them, kind of crackles. And then it has a chew. So as you're chewing it, it's a bit like a taffy. It's got a really great texture. If you squeeze them, they kind of crumble like that. But then as they warm up in your mouth, it turns into kind of like a caramel. So yeah, it has kind of a caramel, vanilla, honey flavor to them. Next, I found this one. And this one is made by Brock's as well. And this is peanut butter cup candy corn. Interesting. I don't know how new these are. They're new to me. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've had any of these flavors before. And if you have any other information about them, because I always want to know. Peanut butter cup. I think like a Reese's peanut butter cup. They smell great. They smell actually really chocolatey and peanut buttery. More chocolate than peanut butter, which is great in my book. So this is what these ones look like. These, as opposed to the originals, are dark brown, tan, and white. All right, so let's give this a taste. Here we go. Those are pretty good. The flavor is subtler than I expected it to be. The texture is exactly the same kind of icing, crackly top, and then chewy, taffy kind of interior that just kind of dissolves in your mouth. But the flavor is nice. It's more chocolate than peanut butter. I like it. I didn't think I would because I'm not a big fan of peanut butter. But like I said, it's more chocolatey than peanut butter, but the peanut butter is definitely there. And it still remains very distinctly candy corn. The next flavor I have is again made by the company Brock's, and this one is caramel macchiato, which sounds like it's going to be some sort of coffee flavor. Again, made with real honey. And let's give this one a look. I like that these ones come in little zip top bags. Oh wow, look at that. These ones look a little bit different. Look, they have a little detailing on them. I think that's supposed to be like a little macchiato drizzle, a little caramel drizzle on there. This one is tan and kind of a light brown, and then it has these little kind of stripes on them. And they smell great. They smell like a candied apple. All right, let's give them a taste. Wow, those are good too. Initially, the coffee flavor is quite strong, very creamy coffee though, like very milky coffee. And then it finishes with a nice caramel touch. Super good. It tastes like a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And then my last flavor is this one. And this one is sea salt chocolate. Sea salt chocolate. You can barely see the difference in color. There's a dark chocolate, looks like it's in the middle, milk chocolate maybe, and then it has like a white tip. This one too has a little bit of a drizzle, like the macchiato ones. It looks almost like an M. And maybe that's supposed to be the salt. Wow, I'm surprised because I like this one the least. And that's kind of surprising because, as most of you know, I really adore chocolate. And maybe that's why I don't really like this flavor that much, because there's not a lot of chocolate flavor. It has the same, of course, texture of the candy corn, and it is very sweet like the others. But the chocolate flavor is practically non-existent. It tastes more like candy corn, that kind of vanilla sweetness, rather than the chocolate. And in terms of salt, I don't feel like there's a very pronounced saltiness to it either, to kind of offset the chocolate or anything for that matter. Yeah, this one is weak. Yeah, I love being surprised. The original I think is probably still my favorite just because it's just original candy corn. But these two are really good. I think of the two, maybe peanut butter cup was my actual favorite. It tasted actually more chocolatey than the sea salt chocolate, and it had a really nice little touch of peanut butter. This one's a little heavy-handed in terms of being coffeed and sweet, but That's what also makes it good. It reminds me a little bit of a Vietnamese iced coffee, like really creamy and really sweet. All right, so that ends my little candy corn comparison. I hope that was informative for those of you that have never had candy corn, and for those of you that have, maybe those flavors were new to you. I'm coming up on 500,000 subscribers, yay! And I'm doing question and answer video in honor of that. So just if you have a question for me, you can hashtag it Q&A Emmy, and I shall look at it and I will compile a list of all my favorite questions and do a response video so you guys can find out more about moi. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you guys learned something. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe, and I shall see you in my next video. And I almost forgot to wish you a happy National Candy Corn Day. Bye! Make sure we fill all the way to the very top. So we're gonna try some rum raisin. Oh,